Yes, I am Christian. Rest in peace to all the people's families in Oregon.
Nick Moore. Heavy heart, obviously, for the tragedy down in the state of Oregon. That time for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, capping off an incredible drive. Second and inches play from Nichols to Moore. Cunningham. So the Blue Bombers have the lead here over the Edmonton Eskimos. Moore, who missed a couple of games recently with injury, said he's back in full throttle, and he's shown it early on in this ballgame. Though had a couple drops. So again, the question is, the Bomber defense been on the field a lot. Can they continue to hold off this potent Eskimos offense? Just one major score. There's a little hitch. Again to Corey Watson. There's a penalty flag right there.
And recognizing that heat, just going for a quick hitter. Looking to Watson on the hitch.
Edmonton, number 17. Penalties declined. It will be second down.
We haven't talked about Edmonton 17 actually in this game in quite some time, and it's nice to see this young man back in the league. Shimon Chambers last September went out with a knee injury.
Yeah, hasn't played since this is his first game of 2015. Shimon Chambers, one of the blockers out front, trying to get a hold of Johnny Adams there. Adams read the play, managed to slip by him, forcing the holding call.
Chambers yet to make a catch in his return, native of Markham, Ontario. Then to Wilfrid Laurier. Second and 12 after that penalty. Riley hangs in, deep ball. Darrell Walker and Johnny Adams, I think, got a piece of that football. And a late flag here. Objectionable conduct, or what are they calling? They're calling this on Winnipeg, it looks like. Lynn J. Shell and Johnny Adams. The flag came out well after the play.
Objectional conduct. Edmonton, number 87.
We're saying it's
Darrell Walker lobbied for the PI call here. And we know that that is frowned upon.
So it is against Darrell Walker. Watch this play. Johnny Adams on the corner today. Another knockdown.
Yeah, I mean, I talked off the opening of this ball game as you see the reaction of Darrell Walker. We talked off the opening about the fact that Johnny Adams got off to that quick start in terms of the interceptions. 4 in his first 7 games. He's been held off the board in his last 6. No picks today, but he's had a strong game on that corner for the Bombers.
Again, because he was miming that penalty flag, asking for it. That is a penalty. That's objectionable conduct. You can't do that. Send Sean White back a few yards here. Good kick. Studermeyer from his 37. Now cuts back. Penalty flag again, and another return is going to be taken back. And J.C. Sherritt rudely welcomes Troy Studermeyer to the midfield stripe. J.C. Sherritt, the hitman.
Illegal block. Winnipeg, number 21. J.C.
Sherritt in almost every play. He is the Charlie Hustle of the Canadian Football League. Guy who a few years ago set a record for most tackles. Before that was usurped by Solomon Elimimian. There's that pile driver.
Big 2-point takedown there. One of the league's best linebackers. Getting it done on special teams as well.
Not the tallest guy, but he's thick, and guy who can run with the best of them. Ball hawk. Right now, as Eskimos are down 1. 3-game win streak on the line here in Winnipeg. Blue Bomber team 3-4 at home. They've suffered on the road 1-5. Again, play action for Nichols. Nick Moore. Look at that. Tight ropes it again. Thought for a second he stepped out of bounds, but they're calling it a completed pass. Nichols spots him right on the sideline. Willie Jefferson, dogged pursuit.
I like the, again, play call there by the Bombers. As you look for ways to try and impact the pass rushers of the Edmonton Eskimos on that play, they motion the wide receiver, Darvin Adams, down. He has a crack block on Willie Jefferson to pin him inside. That's the kind of thing that's going to make Jefferson get his head on a swivel instead of just heading straight upfield all the time.
They disguise blitz that time, and Walker, who has been absolutely silenced today. Odell Willis, have not mentioned him too often. Odell looked like he may have that left hand or wrist, was holding that as he got up, but he's all right. Another player who's in on almost every play. Lirim Hajrullahu. Cunningham's at his 30. High kick. Cunningham bulldozed. Take Sherman downfield in a flash.
Another one of those former Bisons celebrating homecoming.
Almost every Bison player has had a moment in this game today.
Nice open field tackle there from Sherman. Saw a lot of time at linebacker for these Bombers last season, but change in coordinator, change in scheme. Left him playing primarily on specials, but still making a contribution in that role.
Native of Edmonton, who spent time here with Brian Dobie's Bisons. Now a chance for Chad Simpson. Dodges one and another, and it looks like he's got a first down. One of his best runs of the ball game. Good play call that time by the Eskimos as he found the gap quickly.
Yeah, look at the left side of the offensive line here. Simeon Rotier and Tony Washington both block out. Simpson takes it up inside. Johnny Adams bring them down with the open field tackle.
Under 3 to go, third quarter. Don't forget, first game of the doubleheader on TSN today. Hit screen. And tiptoeing on the sidelines again is the former Bomber Corey Watson. And we'll see where the spot is. It looks like it's going to be a couple yards short of that marker.
With Nate Kuhorn and Darrell Walker out in front to block. Separate down the sidelines there from Watson.
Watson, who was traded to Saskatchewan and then to Edmonton in the offseason. Back where it all began in Winnipeg. And this play slow to get off. And
it looked like early movement to me from the left tackle, Tony Washington.
Play clock also came down.
Procedure, Edmonton number 58. 5-yard penalty, remains second down.
Now second and long. Second and 8. Second and 3 yards to go here. Here's the penalty.
When 6'7", 320 pounds starts leading, it's hard to slow the momentum.
Winnipeg defense has done a nice job in this area on second downs today. Here they come again. Riley slinging it far side. First down. Once again, Kuhorn. Mike Riley just finds a way, does he not?
And it's not the place you expect the ball to go. Way out to the widest guy on the wide side when you're looking for a second down, but Nate Kuhorn's got a little bit of a cushion there from Matt Buckner. Riley, no hesitation to sling it out there.
Eskimos have dominated time of possession. Double tight end set here. 4 receivers to the left. He hands it. No, he'll take it. Mike Riley, and then is hammered to the turf right at the 55-yard line. Option play with Chad Simpson.
Eskimos with this drive have grabbed back a little bit of that momentum that the Bombers had taken with that bomb and ensuing touchdown to Nick Moore.
Another second down play for Riley in the shotgun. Simpson beside him. Again, another dart to Dart on the far side of Darius Bowman up near the 35-yard line. So Darius Bowman has his first catch of this third quarter with 35 to go.
Mike Riley got absolutely drilled here. You're going to see Lynn J. Shell time it up on a delayed safety blitz. He's the man right on that left side of your screen. Linemen eat up the blocks. Looked like the tackle, Washington, was a little slow to come off to pick up that inside blitz. Allowing Lynn J. Shell to lower the boom on Mike Riley.
Bowman will waggle on the far side, come in motion. There it is, over to Darius Bowman again. Tried to sidestep his fallen teammate Kuhorn. And again, second down upcoming, but that's the final play of this third quarter. Winnipeg Blue Bombers have a 1-point lead. Can they carry this lead? Can they end the Eskimos' win streak? Stay in the playoff hunt in the West.
My mother used to say the universe doesn't give without taking.
So this Winnipeg Blue Bomber team, again, you'd have to think prohibitive underdogs coming into this game like they were last week, but they took the Calgary Stampeders, the leaders in the West, to the wire last week, and it looks like they're going to do the same here with the Edmonton Eskimos, and who knows, might be able to pull off a win.
Yeah, I mean, this is a football game where, from a Winnipeg Blue Bomber perspective, they've had enough things go wrong that there would have been plenty of reasons to think, when you look at their season as a whole, that their performance would go south, but that hasn't been the case at all. You go back to the opening kickoff. Troy Studemeyer fumbles it deep in his own territory, but he's a guy who has responded to that and delivered one of the biggest plays of this football game for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Matt Nichols and Nick Moore. Nichols started 0 for 7 or 0 for 8. Nick Moore had 3 drops. Those guys have responded with some big plays in this football game. That's exactly what head coach Mike O'Shea and his staff want to see out of this ball club.
It's been another season of futility and humility in Winnipeg. Last year started 5-1. Ended up 7-11. Mike Riley, though, calls his own number with a block, and Riley lunges forward to the 20-yard line. And Mike O'Shea talked about, you know, the character his team has. One thing he has not seen is a deterioration in character. Here's another guy. When facing adversity, you would not bet against Mike Riley.
One of the true warriors of the Canadian Football League. Rubs off on the team around him. Chance again in this game of leapfrog between these two teams today. Back and forth they go.
Riley, near side. Darrell Walker, first down again. The Eskimos are going to go first and goal. What a monster game Darrell Walker is having again.
He has been Mike Riley's safety blanket in this ball game. Not necessarily the big plays that we've become accustomed to from Darrell Walker. Just catching the ball consistently, very reliable. In those check down situations for Riley. 10 catches and again approaching 100 yards.
Chad Simpson in the backfield. Riley looks for Darius Bowman to the corner, and another good defensive play. Damon Washington, very tight coverage. Trying to throw that end zone post pattern for Darius Bowman.
Here you'll get a look, the matchup between these two veterans. Good anticipation of the route off the fingertips of Darius Bowman.
Senses it. They know it. So does Riley. Second and goal. Bombers trying to hold to a field goal attempt. Here's the rush. Riley. Bowman dropped the football.
Got a flag.
There is a penalty flag in the end zone. Bowman and Damon Washington jostling.
Defensive pass interference. Winnipeg number 7. Ball will be placed at the 1-yard line. First down, Edmonton.
And Edmonton's going right at it here. They're not going to huddle. They're going right to the line.
Well, they don't want to give Mike O'Shea a chance to challenge this either.
And then the Bombers are way offside here. They have to hustle to get everybody off. Play has not been whistled in yet. Umpire finally steps aside. First and goal. Riley's not. Is he? Yes, he is. For a moment, that initial surge wasn't good enough, and then that second effort. And so the Edmonton Eskimos now move back in front. Penalty-aided drive. And Mike Riley has his first touchdown this season.
And the Bombers stuffed him on the initial effort. You watch the feet of Riley, keeps pushing and does just enough to get that ball over the front plane of that goal line.
Well, a game that has had a playoff-like intensity. So again, do the math. The Eskimos will go for 2 now, try to make it a 7-point ball game. Edmonton just 3 of 6 on 2-point conversions this season. Watson's in motion. Riley. There it is. 2 for Darius Bowman. The lead is 7. Early in the 4th quarter in Winnipeg. Back and forth. Punch, counter punch. Mike Riley punches it into the end zone. Hard to come by, all requiring 4th quarter comebacks, it seems, especially in the last couple of weeks. And battling back against Winnipeg, they've taken the lead here again.
Yeah, well, just a few minutes ago, Rod, we talked about the resiliency that the Winnipeg Blue Bombers have shown in this ball game, bouncing back from their own struggles early on. Can they do it again here?
Call on Studermeyer. And it's the ex-Esk quarterback, Matt Nichols, told us yesterday that, you know, he does have a chip on his shoulder pad this week. Yes, he does have something to prove. Don't think that is it's something he hasn't been thinking about the last few weeks, knowing that the Eskimos were on the schedule. Team that essentially deemed him disposable once Mike Riley got healthy. Siobhan Walker, some positive yards, but Edmonton has absolutely negated that run game.
And again, the Eskimo defensive line is talked about so much, but a group of linebackers that includes J.C. Sherritt, Dexter McCoyle, Otha Foster. They are no slouches either.
2nd and 6. Matt Nichols escapes, throws. Oh, what a catch by Clarence Denmark. A little escapism from Matt Nichols.
A nice job, as you said, using the legs to extend the play here. Everything he wants something into that boundary, but it was well covered. Nice job in the zone coverage there by the Edmonton Eskimos. On the scramble, keeps those eyes downfield, and connects with Clarence Denmark in that tight window. Good concentration from the veteran receiver.
Deep drop this time. Deep shot. Jump ball. And almost picked. Darvin Adams went up maybe a little too early for that one. It's quite a matchup down there with Patrick Watkins.
Darvin Adams, the outside man, into the boundary. And This ball looked like it just got away from Matt Nichols on the release and really hung up there. Adams fortunate to get his hands on it and deflect it over the outstretched arms. 6'5" Patrick Watkins.
Second down and 10. Over the top, Nick Moore again to the 30. 22-yard gain for the Blue Bombers. Driving the football. Not backing down a bit here.
You saw the great move there by Moore off the line to lose Otha Foster. Moore's time in Winnipeg has been marked by injuries, but one of the top receivers in the league 2 years ago with the BC Lions.
Nichols swinging it out. The Champierre Pombriand, the human bulldozer. Right near the first down marker. Bit of a risky toss that time, but Pombriand, good miss, hauls that in.
A former Laval star carved out a nice niche for himself here in Winnipeg. One of those guys who does the dirty work. Saw that 1 foot stepping out of bounds. He might have stepped out, but there was no way the big fellow was going down on that one.
Brian Brom comes in for short yardage. Second in short yardage. Remember last time the Bombers had second in inches, they went for it, and it ended up being a big play. They're going to run it this time, and Brom was lucky there. He might have been stopped for a loss in the backfield, was able to spin off and will move the chains once more. Nichols returns.
Offside. Edmonton, number 90. 5-yard penalty. First down, Winnipeg.
So moot point. Bomber team that is not only moving the football, but is also burning the clock here.
You see that one helmet leaning into the neutral zone. Mondo Sewell, flag for the offside.
Now will it be Nick Moore time again? Looking that way. It's a Kohler, close to the goal line. Rory Kohler down to the 1. And once again, Nichols will go to the sideline. Brian Brom will come in. And the Winnipeg fans are enjoying this one today.
Sucked in the defense with the play action fake there. To running back Siobhan Walker. Nichols with the strike to a wide open Rory Kohler.
So Brian Brom behind center, has 4 touchdowns this season at quarterback. Hands it off, Cam Marshall into the house. Bombers back on top. 1 point away. Will they go for 2?
Mike O'Shea is signaling 1.
So they will go for 1 to tie.
Offside. Edmonton, number 41. That penalty's declined. Touchdown.
They love that 3-back formation close to the goal line. So Haralahu, key point after here.